Hello everyone, this is Rosemary and this video is about making a junk journal from 5 Christmas cards and 5 envelopes. I love to use cards, and so even though you're seeing Christmas cards, these techniques could be used for any kind of journal. So just happens to be a Christmas journal I'm going to begin making, and I picked 5 cards, and I get all my cards at thrift stores. And sometimes I'll buy a bag for 99 cents, and it's because I'm looking for cards that I might like. For example, I saw this and I decided I wanted that bag. And I always look for bags that have Santa Clauses. So those are the cards. I also save the decorative envelopes that some cards come with, and you know how you always have envelopes that go with them. So I decided I'm going to use these Christmas cards as to begin my junk journal. So this is what I came up with. Now you can see it right here. You will notice it is a different card, but it's always very difficult to find duplicates. So I found this card, and I love doors, and so I began. And as you can see, this junk journal, it's still a work in progress. What I want to do is share with you what I did with the cards. So the very first one. This is the first one, and if you followed me before, I glued an envelope to the back. This is the back, this is the front of the envelope, and I glued the flap to the back. And you can see it's already decorated. So I covered the greeting. Here's a pocket to go with it, and in the back, again, I covered all the printing. You're going to say, oh, does this Christmas card look familiar? Well, this is the card, and what I did is I cut it in half. And here I added some hinges, so there's a pocket, and I have to add my tags. So you can cut them and make them into pockets. As you can see, I covered the opening, and I'm leaving this blank because it's going to join in with the second one. The second Christmas card I used is this one right here. And my pages are out of order, but that's okay. And this is what I did with this one. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to glue it right there and right there. It's going to become a tuck spot. And if you wanted to, you could leave it as a page. The only problem is it's embossed, and you would have to glue a page on there so that you can do any journaling or maybe put a picture in it. So that is Christmas card number 3. And Christmas card number 4 is this one. And what I did is I turned it like this. And I found some napkin, and this is napkin decoupage. There's going to be a pocket right here. Now, this is going to be a tuck spot, and I'm going to be adding 2 hinges right here, and you're going to see it in my other work draft one. So then I added my scrapbook paper. As you can see, I picked this is from a Michael stack, and I wanted to use it up, and you see some of the paper is kind of garish. So because when I first started, my first vision was to make a 1 signature junk journal. One of the things you have to be careful with is that using Christmas cards, they are a lot bulkier. So if you use cards, I think your signature should probably be 8 to 10 pages. So all of a sudden, I decided, well, either this is going to be 1 signature, or I'm going to have a 2 or 3 signature journal. So collected my papers, and some of you might say, oh, these are kind of garish colors. Well, I liked it, plus I wanted to use my paper stack that I purchased at Michael's. And you know, if you ever buy those are huge paper stacks. So here's walkthrough of my work in progress junk journal. So there you can see this page. You can journal, place a photograph, whatever you wish. Here's the paper. I probably will put something up here. And one of the things I started doing is I add borders. When you have a paper and you look at it, you just don't know quite what to do with it. Such as big space of white. And so I like to add borders. And you might say, why haven't I coffee or tea stained it? It is because, as you know, it's acidic and there might be photographs put in here. So I decided to leave it plain, and I'm probably going to use red or green distress ink. This is the envelope. You know how you join the envelopes together? I think you've seen many videos that do that. And all you do is you put one flap. You can see here, you can put one flap inside and you glue the other in the back. So this is just a quick trick on doing this. So you glue it here in the back and you stuff that in, and you can see these are a different brand of envelopes because this has the white edge forward, but it doesn't make any difference. So this is the back. And here's another Christmas card. And I cut it in half. And there you see a flap. I'm probably going to put some paper there because I want to cover that printing. What I also did was I put hinges. So when I put it back here, it's going to hold a tag and be a flap. Now, I do think it's kind of a little bit stark, so I probably will have some kind of music paper. I don't know if I'm going to get a little bit wider, maybe put some lace in, and get that page. So again, this is a work in progress. So cut them in half, add hinges. They have many possibilities right there. Let me turn it. And here you see the envelope. You can see this is the, if you see this shiny part, that's the part I glued in. What am I going to do with this? This is the paper I'm going to glue. I haven't glued it down for the simple reason that I wanted people to see the envelope. There probably will be another piece in the inside to reinforce the envelope, because even though this is not doubled, so it's not strong enough. So there'll be a contrasting strip of paper right there. Now, as you can see, it's a work in progress. So this, I like it like this. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I tried to find neutral papers, but I don't shy away from the brighter ones. Again, you see my borders came from the same paper stack. And here is one of the decorative envelopes. And again, I wish I could find more duplicates. And what I do is simply, here's one, and you simply fold it in half. I will cut that white strip out. And here's another really beautiful one. And you can see this bird one. And you just fold them in half. And here's the pocket. Right here, this, I will probably either put a strip of paper to a contrasting color just to show that this is a pocket and strengthen it also. So again, this is the pocket right here that I have right here. Couldn't find a duplicate for it. Wish I could. Isn't this pretty? Just a very pretty envelope. I've talked about my card, which I'm going to glue down the bottom, make it into a tuck spot. And this is the center of the signature. Okay, if you follow my videos, I love napkin decoupage. So, added 2 pockets right here on the side, and then I place some holly of my napkins from my napkins, and all you can see, this has now become a really beautiful page. So you see those big white blank pages, you can fill them up with napkin decoupages, you can do your pockets, whatever works for you. So this is almost a finished product. I just need to put the tags, maybe I'll put something down here. You know, this is just a work in progress. Same here. Now this is the back of the card. This is the back of this card. All right, so what have I done with it? I decided this time I wanted the sentiment. I wanted the sentiment to show. Plus I like the little teddy bear. So may you celebrate with all the gifts this season brings. So I thought, oh, that's really nice. So I got a little 1/4-inch strip, put it around it, and then I made those pockets that we all use, and there it is. And so that is finished there. Here on the back, probably something will go there. I don't know if it'll be a pocket, maybe I'll put a frame. This is the envelope right here. It stands on its own. Maybe I'll put something in the corner, don't know. But again, you can see the value of these envelopes. And here it is, pocket. Now, you see my mitten paper here? This is my mitten paper, and I added a pocket. I know in this pocket here, excuse me, I'm going to decorate this. I don't know if I'm going to put a belly band. I don't know if I'm going to do something, but something's going to go there. And then the tags will go, and you notice just that pocket calms this really wild paper down. So there we go. This is another border, and a pocket's going to go right there. There'll probably be a little bit more edging on the outside, but there it goes. Now this is not my center. This is actually when I moved everything. This was. So sometimes when you move things, you kind of lose track of them. But anyway, this is this page right here. And then you turn it. And okay, this is how I calm. Sometimes when you have these wild papers, how did I calm it down? I put a white rectangle inside of it. And you might say, oh, why didn't you just border it? Well, this is the back of the mitten paper. And so I put a piece of white paper there. I might get some strips of paper and frame it. Might put just, you know, find out my ephemera and see what else I decide. It might stand alone. Who knows? Now, junk journal. This is something my mother gave me. She said, oh, I saw this and I thought you might like it. It's an envelope. Just an envelope. And you see how I cut it, so it already has my hinges there. So, I must have been out of camera range. So here are the hinges. I just cut it that way. Now, I'm going to glue some cardstock on the back. You can see I just used that in there. It's going to be a pocket, and I'm going to show it to you later once I finished working with it. Right now, so this is an example of junk journals. So it might go right here as a pocket, or it might go on this page. Don't know yet, but this is going to be a part of the junk journal. This envelope, you know how when you get Christmas cards from charities? Well, my parents get quite a few of them, and so this is what I'm going to be using there. Okay, here's the other envelope, and I cut a slit. I don't know, I could have just probably put a band of cardstock there, and this is the slit. I'm going to decorate it. I think I'm going to put that strip of green paper there, and then I'm going to put something else right there. But this is another side-loading pocket. So if you're thinking of this as a Christmas planning journal, a lot of pockets to put all the things you need. This is a die cut, and it is a belly band. So it's supposed to kind of look like a gift, and it's here with this gift, and I bordered this with gift paper. So that's the idea there. And this is the first sheet, and I've shown you those. So this is, as you can see, a work in progress. This is what we're going to start with. You're going to start with. Now, that's a lot of work just with the borders. This is what it looked like yesterday. It just looked a bunch of papers. Here's a Christmas card. You see, this one I had done some border work. You know, just using your scraps. Here's the envelope. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. This is that soldier. This is that one I showed you with this Christmas card right here. And the soldiers, the nutcrackers. All right, so here it is. Here's the pocket. Pocket's been added. The reason I have these paper clips is I want to show you that I added the hinges. You see the hinges? And now I just added a sheet of paper behind it. I'm going to glue it, and this is why it's not glued on. I wanted to show it to you, and there it is, a side-loading pocket. Now you open it here, and I don't know if I like this paper, but hey, it's there. And I think I'm going to add 2 more sheets of paper to this signature or this journal. And here is the Santa Claus. It is also, I glued another sheet of cardstock to the back. It also had hinges right here, and there is a nice large pocket. So that is Christmas card number 4, or maybe 5, who knows. Here's the envelope. Hasn't been covered yet, but here's the flap, and this is where I glue the flaps down. Just wanted to show you the work in progress. And now I have the Santa Claus. This is the Santa Claus. I'm just going to leave him as he is. I love this Santa Claus. And then, look, it's plain. So I can do whatever I want with this. Maybe a small little frame. Maybe I'll leave it for a picture. Who knows? So this is the beginning of my Christmas card, using Christmas cards, junk journals. So you see there's a large contrast between this and this. You know, like I said, I like to have about 4, maybe 5 sheets. Look how flat it is. Now, I've only added borders. Look, same number of pages pretty much, and it's already starting to grow. Haven't finished with the pockets, haven't put tags. So this is why you want to keep your signature maybe 8 to 10 pages. So this is how it started, just very plain. You see what I'm talking about when you see these large spaces of white paper and you're going, oh man, where do I go from here? Well, this is the idea behind starting with borders. Look, it cheered it up, reinforced it. You can just leave it as it is. You can put something in the corner, and you can keep it for photographs or journaling. And it's all of a sudden, once you put your borders down, as I said, everything is, this one I didn't have a problem with because it was already decorated. But look, all of a sudden, you're starting to see these pages get filled with very little effort. This one had was a border, and all it has is a pocket. And so this is the beginning of my Christmas junk journal, and this is to be it's a work in progress, and there'll be another video following to show you my finished product. So dig out those Christmas cards, dig out envelopes, and begin creating. Again, I stress you can use these techniques not just with Christmas cards, but any other cards you have just floating around. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.